Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Joining me now is Superior Consigner Todd Jessen. Todd, thank you for joining me here this morning. You've got quite a few bred heifers on. First, I'd like to ask you, tell me about yourself and your operation and where you're located.
We live in Wilson, Oklahoma. We develop heifers every year, get them up from North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska. Mostly all beaver genetics are influenced by beaver bulls.
And a lot of these heifers have those genetics. Talk about what those genetics in this heifer, it means for the calves that they're producing and what they could be beneficial to for a buyer.
I think the biggest thing is the disposition, that they have worked really hard to get the disposition of their bulls, and the females are better than they used to be. They just do so good with their calves, and they're not trying to tear fences down,
And the bulls that these heifers are bred back to also are the same genetics, correct?
All low birth weight beaver bulls.
So how long have you been using these genetics in your operation?
I think this is my 4th year using nothing but beavers.
When you look at the calf crops that you're producing, what are some, characteristics that stand out to you about them?
Oh, deeper bodied, mostly deeper bodied, and they do so well. They don't, used to be I would have more that I didn't like at the end of the summer, and now they're more uniform. They just look so much better.
Mm-hmm. That means you're definitely doing a good job. And you talk about the disposition, but I know that I've heard stories of, you use dogs, and I know you use horses. The way you handle this particular set of heifers is also beneficial to a customer. You really go above and beyond, it sounds like, to get those heifers acclimated to all kinds of different surroundings.
We do. We every year we send these heifers to some dog trials where they're split down to three in a group, and they walk through obstacles. And after they've done that a time or two, these cattle really give it up, and they'll go anywhere you ask. And because of dogs, and we do work horseback and out of a buggy and a side-by-side or a four-wheeler. We try to do everything with them, and cake broke, lead them with a pickup.
Yeah.
Try to make sure they'll go anywhere you ask them to go.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to call you out because Blake told me this story of how you went viral a few years on social media, working some heifers through that trailer with your dogs. Just to use your dogs on cattle, I think is quite an accomplishment. What is it like to go through and train the dogs to even be able to get to that level to work for you?
Oh, it's really not as hard as a lot of people think
Yeah.
it is, but to have a dog strong enough that, and you got to work with heifers a lot to any cattle to make sure that they respect a dog. But we did put 200 head of heifers through a horse trailer with one dog, just to prove that we could.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Well, that is incredible. And real quick before we go, I know it's 52 head in a lot, and you're bringing 3 lots to the sale. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Very well. Good. Looking forward to watching them heifer sell here today. Thank you for being here with me this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Don't go anywhere. We have more Superior Sunrise up next.